Hi guys, it's been a while. So, I told you guys about the whole camera getting taken and then the footage of Vidcon not being there and then just a bunch of random things, but I think we're finally going to be back on schedule. So I'm in my room right now because the windows were renovated, as I mentioned in the other video, and the one thing, literally the only one thing that I needed out of the windows being renovated is to keep the blinds in the room that I recorded in. Didn't happen. So I figured this is the next best place to record. In my room we got the sun's light, and yeah, so this is my room. I got a guitar thing right there, and I got light switches right there, and anyway, Vidcon. I think I should talk about Vidcon since I can't actually get you guys recorded footage of it, which sucks. Vidcon this year was so much more about friends and just hanging out with people and just doing anything that makes me happy. I think the first year it was like a lot of, hey, let's meet every single YouTuber that I can possibly meet, which is awesome. That made me happy too, and it was so cool. I've got a shirt somewhere around here with all of my signatures on it. It's got like so many signatures from VidCon 2012, I think. Anyway, last year's VidCon was a lot of kind of confusion. It was kind of a mix in between like, hey, I kind of want to meet new people, but I also still want to see some YouTubers and I still want to do stuff and that. So this year's VidCon, it was all just about whatever is making me happy at the time. So it was a lot of walking up to random groups of people and going, do you guys like hugs? And it was fun. I met literally so many people just by walking up and hugging them, like hugging random people. And it was a lot of fun. It was silly. I still talk to a lot of them. I watch a lot of their YouTube channels. It's all just so much fun and so cool. So I'm going to summarize the days if I can remember them, because it's been a while now. Night number 1, I met a few people by hopping around on lights because they were just acting silly. And so I was like, hey, you guys are having fun without me? I'm gonna join in. Hung out with them for the rest of the night. We watched the Disney fireworks from a rooftop, so that was cool as well. Day number 2, finally got my pass, and it was a lot of fun. I went and checked out, scouted out the expo hall, all that stuff. There was a silent disco, which was probably my favorite place in the expo hall, where a bunch of people were wearing headphones, and from outside, you just looked at a bunch of people wearing headphones and dancing. But on the inside, when you're wearing the headphones, everyone's listening to the same thing, so it was like having music without having anyone else be able to hear the music. It was like an area of music and then a bubble where you just leave, kind of, in a way. And by area I mean just inside your own headphones, and anyway, you get the point. I met up with my friend from school, I believe day 2 or 3, one of those 2 days. I met more people on day 2. I think I met people throughout the whole thing. Then concert night, that is where I met a bunch of people, a big group of them, which was a lot of fun. A bunch of bands played, and I think my favorite band out of any of the bands over all the concert was Hank's band. So the last day went very much like the second day, just a lot of wandering around, meeting people, seeing YouTubers, just kind of chilling, and whatever comes to me, that's what happens. Actually, I also remember the second half of day 2 was all pretty much texting all of the people I knew that were at VidCon, so all the people I had met there, like, hey, help me find my bag, because my camera's in there. So that was not fun and also very stressful, but it's whatever. It was still VidCon. I still tried to stay in a positive mood, which I did, because, seriously, like, how can you be in a negative mood with all of those people around you? It's just amazing. And finally, Disney Day. It was hot and kind of gross, and I hung out with probably the closest friends I made at VidCon, because, I mean, I hung out with them that whole day and I'm still texting some of them. So that's a lot of fun. I'll give you a link to all the people's channels that I can remember in the doobly-doo. But yeah, Disney Day was just Disney. It was a lot of walking around. Nothing crazy or special happened, I don't think. Apart from Space Mountain not being open. That sucked. But it was still a lot of fun. Expensive food, expensive stuff, fun rides, hanging out with people, and then my hotel, and then the flight home, which there's actually a story with the flight home too. I was sitting in line for Burger King because the food court in this airport literally had 3 places. There was a Starbucks, a Burger King, and a sit-down fish restaurant, seafood restaurant. And I was sitting in the Burger King line, and I looked at the guy behind me. I was like, he is familiar. He's definitely a YouTuber. Yeah, he's the one guy from, I think, Annoying Orange it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I was like, I don't know, because it'd be really awkward to be like, are you a YouTuber? And if it wasn't a YouTuber or someone who knows a lot of YouTube stuff, they'd just be like, what are you talking about? But in fact he was, and it was so cool because it was quite a long line, so I got to talk with him for a while. We sat down and had, I think it was lunch. I think that's the meal we were having. But I sat down and had lunch with him, and we talked, and I gave him my card, and he gave me his card. It was Bob Jens, so I'll also put, I mean, you can't really see that because of glare. But it was just so cool. It was kind of interesting because the entire time I didn't really see many YouTubers apart from like on stage and stuff, but I didn't go to like meetups and things like that. So it was kind of crazy because like the last memory of the whole Vidcon, California, all that stuff that I'm having from leaving there is just having this like whole honest just like conversation with a YouTuber, having lunch with a YouTuber. And it was just surreal. It was just really, really cool and so interesting, and all the YouTubers are just so nice and kind and fun to be around. It's amazing. So that was my VidCon experience, very, very summarized and probably missing a few parts. It's been a while. But I'm glad to be back to video making. I kind of got out of the habit since my camera was lost for so long. It's really weird. I mean, it's only been like a week or 2. And already my brain's just like, I don't want to edit, I don't want to make videos, and it's just like, no! And then I do this, and it's like, it's fun to me. It's fun to talk to the camera, it's fun to tell you guys stuff. Hopefully, new video every Sunday. Well, definitely new video every Sunday. And hopefully more, is what I meant to say. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a rating, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.